I'm with Jaleesa. 31 YouTubes in 31 days. We are on day 24. Thanks for coming. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good.
It's beautiful out here, so I'm good.
We have D-Real in the background, just doing some light music. Give us that nice feeling vibe. Tell us how your art affects Newark, New Jersey.
Well, I'm a poet, and poetry is written so that you can use it as therapy. Yeah, that's the books. I think that poetry is something that's needed in Newark. It's a way of healing. It's a way of counseling. It's a way of getting out all of your energy. And it's also a way of taking those words and helping someone else, you know. So I think art and poetry is very important in Newark. Because Newark also has a huge poetry community, which a lot of people don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of poets in Newark.
And how'd you start? How'd you begin to do poems?
I started writing poetry when I was 9. I wrote my first poem with my mom, and it was called The World. And I wanted to perform for the Irvington Day, and she was like, "Yeah, she'll write with me." So I was like, "Okay." But I really got into poetry in 10th grade when I was thinking about like suicide, which is not something that a lot of people that look like me think about. But it was something that was on my mind. But instead of going through with it, I decided to pick up a pen and write. And I never knew where poetry would take me. And it's taken me a lot of places.
And specifically, how did that help you emotionally at that period of time? I mean, how did they make you feel? And I ask you that because writing it can be so healing once you learn the process. So I'd just like to know your process.
Well, it's funny because it seems like as an artist, you know a lot of people. You're always in the mix. But at times you still feel by yourself and you still feel alone. And
Yes.
yeah, and it's like, even celebrities, they think that they have everyone as friends in this world, but at times you can feel by yourself. So you know that you always have a friend in your notebook and your pen. It will never let you down. You can take it wherever you go. It's always reliable, and you tend to not feel alone when you have your notebook and your pen. And then you find a community of people that do exactly what you do, and you figure that you was never alone in the first place.
It's like another family.
Right.
Talk about the other family, that poetry open mic community.
Well, in Newark, I was born here, but I'm not from here. So when I came to Newark seeking poetry, I stopped into the People's Open Mic, and it was a room full of poets.
Shout out People's Open Mic.
Shout out to the People's Open Mic. It was a room full of poets, and being someone that's not from this community, I go to school here. I'm not too far from here, but personally, I wasn't from this community. But to walk into a room full of poets and they embrace you like you've been there forever, that says something. That says a lot about the artist community, especially when we're in a city that's always looked at as evil, looked at as messed up, but you don't know what this city has to offer unless you're here. Don't believe everything you read.
Or hear.
Or see.
What else is? Or feel. No. No, believe what you feel. Was that at Starbucks when you went there to open mic, or was it at another location?
I believe the first time I went to People's Open Mic, it was at the Coffee King.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you have some things to, family has good things about them, but family also has things that we can talk about. So do you have things that you would like to say to the poet open mic community that will bring us together in love, in that divine love?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I do. The most important thing that I would like to say to the poetry community is we are family. No matter if we were born of the same mother and father, or went to school together, or live next door to each other, or just know each other by poetry, we are family. Family support. And I don't mean support as in you just have to physically be there. You can share things on Facebook. You can share things on Instagram.
Positive.
Positive, yes. And Twitter and word, word of mouth. Just always keep your poetry brothers and sisters in a positive light. Share what they have going on. It doesn't hurt and it's free. I think that's something that's very important because I know there's a lot of people that can't make it to certain things. But at the same time, there's a lot of ways to show that you're supporting someone and you're behind someone. So I think that's the most important thing that we need to do as a poetry community is know that we are family and family do support. And family do go through things too.
Right.
We're not perfect.
Right. We can be wrong, we can be down, we can be out. But for those who don't know how to love, and what I mean by love, I'm talking about behaving a certain way, treating people a certain way, regardless of behavior. We have to teach each other. Some of us don't know how to love.
Because some of us have never really been loved. We throw that word around like it's another hashtag. So,
Hashtag never been loved.
Yeah, hashtag never been loved, hashtag love. But at the end of the day, sometimes hashtags just turn into another item. It doesn't mean anything. We need to learn how to really love each other through good times and through bad times and not just throw that word around because it's just another word in the dictionary. Learn what real love is.
Jaleesa, I hear a poem coming up. It's coming up. Learn what love is.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? What were we talking about on our last interview?
Basically, I just think that right now, with what's going on, I gotta take it there.
Yeah.
With what's going on in this world right now.